No matter what our record is, you gotta really take your hat off to these kids for just staying with it and not giving in and not stop the fight, not stop the effort. These guys have been tremendous through some very adverse times. And like I said, last game, any shortcomings, just blame it on the rookie coach. Don't blame it on these kids. They're doing everything I asked them to do, and they're just fighting every day.
And you mentioned the seniors. It starts tonight or this afternoon with Brad Burton, 14 points and 14 rebounds. He was everywhere for the second straight game, as he was at the Cleveland State game the other night.
Absolutely. And like we said before about Brad, the key with him is he attaches his mindset to the right things going into games. Playing defense and rebounding the basketball and just playing with all-out effort. And, Brad is the type of kid that I know I'm going to get 150% from him every day. And so it's infectious. It's infectious when you have a kid that way that just comes and brings that effort and brings that enthusiasm. And the results aren't surprising to me. He's really done a great job of really setting the tone that way.
Coach, you really dominated, especially in the second half. How can this be a momentum builder for this team?
Well, it's tremendous, and, for everyone, I guess they know we've got an unbelievable road trip ahead of us. So this really gives us a nice springboard moving forward. We're going into 3 very tough venues. Obviously going to Detroit, and Callahan Hall is never a friendly confine for us. Going over to Wright State and Dayton, and then going to Indianapolis to face the Bulldogs. It's going to be a hell of a stretch. So we've got to go in there with the right mindset. Obviously, a win like this is therapeutic for our guys, and hopefully this will give us a nice momentum builder going forward.
And finally, Coach, we said a bunch of times over the last few weeks, this team needs to play a complete 40 minutes. They certainly did that today. Whatever message you gave to them in the halftime locker room, they followed through on in the second half. What do you tell your team in the locker room right now?
Well, you just tell them to just stay with the principles. Stay with what we work on every day. When we get loopy and start doing things that we don't work on, that's when we break down. Defensively, offensively, when we break away from where our comfort level lies, then that's when we start to struggle. Offensively, we got to make sure we touch the ball everywhere on the on the perimeter, get it inside, make sure we get good looks at the rim every time. That's why our system is in place. You got to trust the system. And then defensively, I told them there has to be a trust of each other. You got to know that if I go over to help someone away from my man, that someone's going to help the helper. So there has to be a lot of trust on both ends to do the right things, and I think our guys are starting to understand that.
3-game road trip, but still 4 more games for these fans to come back and see the Flames.
Absolutely. I hope you guys are proud of these kids. They've been battling, they've been fighting. This is a great win for us, and we'd love to see the Flame fans come back out and support these guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, that's head coach Howard Moore. Congratulations,
right,
Coach.
Thanks a lot. Go Flames.
All right, that's head coach Howard Moore following an 83-61 victory by UIC over Youngstown State this afternoon. We'll take a break, step aside, be back to wrap things up on the Connie's Pizza post-game show. After this, a victory for the UIC Flames on the Flames basketball.